everybody. It's Glenda, of course. And tonight, somebody requested a Monkey King. I had no idea where they got it from, and then people start talking about a movie. And it was a Pixar movie. So I went online and I looked it up, and sure enough, there's a Monkey King movie. However, I will paint a king monkey, or something that looks like, but I cannot use their design at all, or refer to it at all in their particular. So I will be drawing a king of orangutans. Not an easy subject, but none of them really are. But there's a lot of interesting facts about the orangutans, their habitats, and all that. So I am going to be doing that. And so I've made this background all green because they live in forests and very dense forests. So I'm going to let you watch as I work on it. I might do some background forestation in there before I really start with the orangutan. But I will probably dub in a lot of the information later because I don't know how much of this I'll have to trim out. I may not get this finished tonight, but Saturday we just hit big number over 15,000. And if I don't finish this tonight, I'll be working on it next Monday for Tuesday. Trying to breathe here. So let's do that. Okay, this first part, I have no problem speeding it up because it's mostly going to just be the trees in the background, kind of a start of that. So anyway, there are 3 species of orangutans. The latest one was recently discovered, but they all live in either Borneo or Sumatra. And they have so there is the Bornean and Sumatran, and then they have also come up with a Tapanulian, something like that. But they're very endangered. All orangutans are very endangered, mostly partly due to hunting, mostly due to loss of habitat. They live in trees, and they don't do well among people. And so all of the orangutans are the heaviest of all tree dwelling mammals. And so they need sturdy trees and stuff to be able to live in. They nest in leaves. They'll make a pile of leaves and they'll sleep in that for the night, and they'll make a new one the next day. But they can't do that if all the forestation is taken away. There has been an effort lately. They have been slowing that down as far as the encroachment, and they have been even designating areas off limits in some parts. So excuse me. Okay, you see, I am giving this male the big face, the kind that you see. I think it just makes him, give the more royal look for him. But anyway, they have these big fat wing type things or things around their face. And so I'll be having to do some tricks here to make it so that you can see all the parts of that because, yeah, those are fat, actually made of fat. And the reason I'll need to kind of doctor it a little bit is because, well, one thing, it'll make it a little fun, but the other reason is it's dark gray and it's black. So it's a little hard to differentiate. So that's why I'm going to be doing that. The Now what they eat, some of you probably will be a little understanding of it and others, but let's go back to their physical nature. Okay, they have the longest arms of any any being in the mammal world. It's 1.5 meters of an arm span, or they're 1.5 times, their arms are 1.5 times longer than their legs. So, and if you've ever seen a picture of them standing up, like in a movie or on TV, their arms will drag right down around their ankles. And so that is, they're a large animal, but because they can weigh up to 170 some pounds. But they have what they need to get around with those long arms and stuff. They will use tools, such as they will use a stick to dig into a log for some bees or honey or ants. They'll stick down into a ant hole, ant hill for some ants or something. So in that sense, they do use tools. A lot of their diet is fruit, and if if they can't, if they're low on certain fruits wherever they are, there's one fruit they'll eat that most humans won't go near, and that's durian. Now, it is described as one of the worst smelling fruits there is. And I know it does grow in the Philippines. And there was a gal that uh, I used to watch, and we used to converse back and forth. And she said, yes, it smells terrible. You kind of have to get used to the smell. That's mostly I don't know, the rind or something, but it's got these little parts that you pull out, and that's what they eat. It's like if you open a walnut and there's these different sections, only these aren't hard, and they say it's a lot like a custard when you do that. So evidently they know that too because they will eat it. Um, Now the mothers do all the teaching up to 7 years of age, and there's a lot for the young ones to learn. And so they stick with their mothers for the first, yeah, I dropped some white paint there. They will stick with their mothers up to 7 years at least. And that's when they will kind of take out off on their own, putting nostrils on him there, trying to put in a mouth. I'll blend it a little bit in so that it's not quite so. But anyway, yeah. And what does that say? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my notes. Maybe I should take this out, but just for fun. I thought it said something about the eater eating their feet. What it says is they are fine eating with their feet. It's my nose, but I have a kind of chicken scratch. I thought, surely that's wrong. But no, they'll eat with their feet, no problem. They'll just pick it up. They have a thumb and 5 fingers on their hands, just like we do. And their feet are very usable too. So they will eat with their feet. And they're very agile and they grip things. They're just really um, well adapted to where they are and to their lifestyle. They can't do very well in a city around people and with all this encroachment. They have to live in the forest. I know we see them in zoos, but generally they try to make their habitat something that is would be similar to their native. But yeah, they do put them in zoos, and when they do, they are generally pretty much under the care of the I don't know if they try to return them to the wild or not. I just don't know if they're into trying to do that. Hopefully, the numbers in the wild can come back up. So what I'm doing now, I get a big shoulder on his back there. I guess because of the way I've got him sitting down there below. Normally, you would see him up in the trees, but I'm wanting to make him into a king. I might tone down that back a little bit, that fur on his back, but they are very hairy. They have a lot of hair, and it is that reddish brown tone that they're well known for. And we just recently did a red panda, and it's about that color. By the way, a red panda is very, I don't know why they call it panda, but it's not a panda at all. Anyway, so yeah, and okay, I flustered myself. They don't reproduce, but about every 7 years, and that has a lot to do with the mother teaching them for 7 years because they do stick with their parents, with their mother for 7 years. Um, and that's she does all the teaching from birth on up. She does all the teaching, so they only have new little orangutans every 7 years, and they they can live anywhere from 50 years on up. So 7 years old is not a long time to become an adult. Not with them. I mean, it's pretty quick actually. And so then after that they have to kind of learn to take care of themselves. I don't know, in some species of apes and stuff, and I didn't get that far in my research, they will stick around their mother for a long time. And I next time I will work with those hands a little more, because I kind of got it too big for the hands as I described them. But he's not standing up, he's kind of hunched down. So, because he's kind of in the middle of everything that's going on in the trees, I'm giving him a dark uh, belly there. Their chest and belly, they're not really hairy. Those are more of a skin like around his face. So we're going to be coming to the end of the road here before long because time is running out. I'm going to run short on time, but we will be working on this again. And I will probably I'll we'll finish up this chest area here and I'll be filling in some trees. So I'm going to put that to some music, and then we'll say goodnight.